Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Fate Stay Night Remastered. Und ja, Shiro hat sich ja von Emiya entführen lassen, von Ilya entführen lassen. Und er hatte sich gerade befreit und jetzt kommt wohl jemand ins Zimmer rein. Und ich habe mich dafür entschieden, I just have to fight. The moment the door opens, I make the first move. Victory goes to the one who makes the first move. I need to fight. I can't hide, and I don't have time for that anyway. I need to get back and out there, just as fast as I can and get back to Saber. The door opens. I push myself up against the wall, right behind the door. Yeah? The scout opens the door, but doesn't enter the room. Hold on. The chair is visible from the entrance, even without coming in. Whoever is peeking in will know what's going on just from seeing the empty chair where I'm supposed to be sitting. Crap. If they call for backup right now, escaping will get a lot harder. I'm just going to have to hurry out and take on whoever's on patrol. I push off from the wall and rush towards the door, and then they must have figured I was hiding, because they step into the room as soon as I jump out. No chance of stopping now. Whoever I'm up against, I just need to knock them out and escape.
動くな。おとなしくしていれば命までは。シロ。
I freeze. My mind goes blank. The very person I have to go save is standing right in front of me. Saber, how? Why are you here?
どうしてなんて、そんなことは言うまでもないでしょう。サーバントがマスターを守るのに理由はいりません。シローが囚われたのなら、助けに来るのは当然ではないですか。
Well, but how did you know I got captured? Or actually, why are you here, Saber? This is Ilya's hideout. You shouldn't be coming anywhere near here right now.
それは私のセリフです。あなたこそ何をやっていたのですか。一人で行動するなどあれほど言っていたのに、やすやすとイリアスピールに拉致され、このような場所に監禁されるなんて。シローはマスター失格です。この件については何らかの謝罪をしてもらわなければ気が済みません。
Oh, yes. I know I was careless, but seriously, why are you here? You can barely move, so what were you thinking, coming to Ilya's stronghold in the state?
あなたこそ何を考えているのです。サーバントはマスターを守るもの。シローが囚われたのですから、イリアスピールの本拠地だろうと関係はありません。
Saber is blunt as ever. She is exactly as she has always been. This isn't the weak, slumbering Saber from last night.
シロー、どうしたのです？急に黙り込んで。やはり捕まっている間に傷を負ったのですか？
No, that's not it. Don't worry about me. I'm just glad to see you're doing better. Oh, I'm genuinely relieved. I'm surprised to see Saber here, but I'm much happier to see that she is so safe. I know it is selfish of me to think this way, but I think this is how Saber should be. I'm sorry, Saber. I don't fully understand, but you came to rescue me, right?
はい。サーバントとしてマスターを救うのは当然ですから。
Oh, thanks. I'm really glad you came. Oh, what a relief. Everything is sorted. Everything has sorted itself out. Now I just need to get out of here with Saber. Wait a minute. Is that Tosaka? Tosaka? Are you real and are you really right there?
思ったより元気そうじゃない。これじゃあ私たちが出向く必要もなかったかしら。
だからそう言っただろう、リン。エミやシロなど放っておけと。この手の男がな、周りに迷惑をかけるだけかけて自分だけは生き延びるのだ。今回のはいい機会だった。見捨てておけば勝手に死んでくれたものを。
聞き捨てなりません、アーチャー。助力を頼んだのは私ですが、あなたにシロを侮辱する権利などないはずです。
いざ主が助かればそれか。マスターもマスターならサーバントもサーバントだ。協力者に対するありがたみなどないようだな。まあ いずれ戦う身だ。情など持たれない方がやりやすくはあるが。
He must have hit a nerve as Saber grows silent. This guy, he's not just unfriendly to me, he treats Saber the same way.
そこまでよ。今がどんな状況なのか忘れてるわけじゃないでしょうね、ハーチャー。おしゃべりなんてしてる暇はないわ。イリアスフィールが戻ってくる前に撤退しないと。
Wait a minute. You came here knowing this is where Illyas lives? And actually, Ilya left saying she was going to kill Tosaka and Saber. That means Ilya and Tosaka passed each other. That's a relief. I think Ilya's heading to my place right now. If you guys hadn't come here, you wouldn't have had to fight her, sir.
ええ、そうみたいね。イリアとバーサーカーが外に出たのは確認したわ。まあ、そうでもなければこんなところまで忍び込まないけど。
I get it. Saber and Tosaka only managed to pull something so bold off because they saw Ilya leave. She's bold as ever, but this time that brazenness worked out to our advantage. I'm impressed.
とにかく話は後よ。ここがアインツベルンのアジトって分かった時は覚悟してきたけど、合わないならそれに越したことはないでしょ。セイバーがそんな調子じゃバーサーカーには太刀打ちできないしね。
Tosaka gestures from me and Saber to separate. Tosaka, what do you mean Saber's in no state? She's got her collar back and she's acting like herself.
あなたね、そんな都合のいい話があるわけないでしょ。セイバーは全く回復してないわ。立っているだけが精一杯って見てわからない？
リン、それは黙っていると約束したはずです。
Oh.
悪いわね、そんなの破棄よ。黙っていてもマイナスなだけだし、そもそも隠し通せる問題じゃないわ。
それはそうですが、しかし。
She sounds pained, and now I see nothing has changed about the situation. Saber, is Tosaka telling the truth?
はい。リンの言うことは正しい。恥ずかしい話ですが、今の私ではセイバーとして戦うことはできません。
そんなことだろうと思ったわ。武装もできないぐらい弱ってるくせに一緒に行くって聞かないんだもの。戦えない代わりにマスターをかばおうとでも思ったんでしょ。
But she's so weak she can't even arm herself? She was willing to become my shield since she couldn't fight? What kind of absurd nonsense is she saying?
すまないシロ。このような体ではサーバント失格だとは分かっていますが、それでも盾の役割はできます。不服だとは思いますが、今はそれで。
Oh, come on. Why does Saber never think about herself? Why is she only ever worried about everyone else? To hell with that, of course I'm not happy. Tosaka, what did you bring Saber? Why did you bring Saber? Do you realize Saber needs more help than me right now?
何よ、私だって反対したわよ。けどセイバーはどうしてもって聞かないし、そもそもセイバーじゃないとあんたの居場所は分からなかったわ。危険なのは100も承知だけど、それでもセイバーは必要だったの。
But you still... I want to tell her she shouldn't have brought Saber, but I stopped myself. I have no business criticizing. This is only happening because I went and got captured. Tosaka and Saber were just doing what they thought was right.
口喧嘩も結構だがな。今はそこまでにしておけ、リン。マスターならば自分の住処の異常には敏感だろう。悠長に説明している暇はないぞ。
そうね、イリアスフィールのやつ今頃慌てて戻ってきている頃だものね。いいわ、話は後にしてあげる。今はこの城から出ることが先決よ。それでいいわね、城。
シロ、私たちも。
Yeah, but if Saber isn't as bad as she was last night, it will be hard for her to even walk right now. I don't want to push Saber any harder than I've already.
まったく。どうやら私も甘く見られたものですね。
Saber?
いくら魔力が尽きているとはいえ、今でもシローよりは戦えます。私から見ればシローの方こそ消えてしまいそうで怖い。リンは気がついていないようですが、体内の魔力が乱れているのではないですか。
Huh? Well, this is nothing. I can manage. Well, I'm totally fine, really.
では私もシロと同じです。苦しいですが我慢しきれないものではありません。突然のことで状況がつかめないと思いますが、今は凛に従いましょう。話をするのならそれは家に帰ってからです。
Saber encourages me to go. I give up. She looks so serious, so determined that I can't worry anymore. You're right, there are tons of things I want to talk about, but I can wait until we all get home safely. I want to ask about Saber's condition, and I want to thank her for coming to rescue me. But now isn't the time to ask her about the dream I had. Okay, let's go, Saber. I nod and get moving as best I can. Every step is a supreme effort, but this isn't the time for whining. Even weakened as she is, Saber came all the way here. Boah. Is this a hallway? This corridor wouldn't be out of place in the museum. Illyas castle must be massive.
ちょっと見とれてる場合じゃないわよ。この城から出ても外は一面樹海なんだから急がないと朝になるわ。
A forest? So are we really in the mountains? Are you talking about the forest that's a couple hours from Myanmar by car?
そう、アインツベルンの隠し城よ。この城から出た後、何時間もかけて森を抜けなくちゃならないの。今は夜だし、朝日が昇るまでには森を抜けるわよ。
Tosaka heads through the hallway, not hesitating for a moment. She's probably heading toward whatever door they snuck in through. I figured it was night, but how long have I been here? I thought it was about half a day, but maybe it's actually been a few days.
シロがイリアスフィールに囚われたのは朝方でしょう。日付は変わってしまいましたから、形の上では丸一日囚われていたことになりますね。
I see, sorry.
いいえ、そのようなことはありません。イリアスフィールに捕まってこれだけの時間が過ぎたというのに、シロは無事でした。体は囚われの身でも心では負けなかった証ではないですか。
Well, that may be true, but...
ええ、イリアスフィールは少女に見えてもアインツベルンの魔術師です。もし彼女に屈していたのなら、シロはシロではなくなっていたでしょう。私とてその可能性を考慮しなかったわけではありません。最悪あなたは死んでいるものと覚悟してこの城に足を踏み入れたのです。だからここでシロと再会できてよかった。マスターが無事な姿を見せているのですから、私も負けるわけにはいきません。
Oh, I feel the same. I couldn't stand not knowing if Saber was safe or not.
ちょっとやる気あるのかっていうのよ。もたもたしてると本気で先に行くからね。
Oh, wie super. Tosaka pops her head from the bend of the corridor and to yell at us. Crap, this really isn't the time for us to chat. Let's hurry, Saber. I break into run, urging Saber to do the same. Everything hurts, but I grit my teeth and keep going. I drive my aging body on, following Tosaka. As I half limp, half run, Saber brings up the rear. She must be in a lot of pain too. She is pretending not to be, but she is in no condition for this. Saber, if it's hard for you, I want to tell her I will give her a helping hand, but I stop myself, saying that will just make Saber dig in her heels and be more determined not to accept help. All I can do is keep an eye on her. Once Saber's too exhausted to complain, I will just carry her. Honestly, Saber can be incorrigible sometimes. Du bist auch nicht besser. She has to be forced to even take a break. Ja, du auch. And so, with Tosaka leading the way, we managed to get to the exit. Hey, you said this was an exit, but this is the entrance, Tosaka.
何当たり前のこと言ってるのよ。玄関っていうのはそういうものでしょ。入る時も出る時もここが一番手っ取り早いんだから。
Die stehen hier oben. Tosaka hurries down the stairs. Well, I'm in no position to complain. Saber and I head down the stairs and into the hall. It looks like a lobby. All we have to do now is head out through the big door at the other end of the hall and we are out.
よし、ここまで来たら大丈夫。 問題は森に出てからだけど、まあ夜だし闇に乗じて国道まで出られるかな。イリアスフィールが戻ってきてシロがいないって気づいたところで後の祭りよ。あいつが帰ってくる頃には朝になっちゃってるしね。何よシロ、その顔いかにも服そうだけど。
With nothing, just kind of remembering how ballsy you are.
変なところでおかしな確認するのね、あなた。
Well, I was more getting at her just walking into the enemy stronghold through the front door.
まあいいわ。とにかく外に出ましょう。帰り道は覚えているから迷うこともないしね。
We head towards the entrance. A long, narrow hall extends from the lobby, and at the end of it is an enormous door. The hall is unbelievably about 30 meters long. I'm reminded that we are standing in an actual castle, but in the next moment...
なんだ、もう帰っちゃうの？せっかく来たのに残念ね。
Illyas shouldn't be here, but her giggling voice echoes up and down the hall. I whirl around. Everyone skids to a stop. The instant we see our enemy, we know we are dead as soon as we turn our backs to them. Tosaka's voice trembles. Back at the other end of the hall, we see her standing at the top of the stairs we just descended. She shouldn't be here. Ironically, it's a similar arrangement to our first meeting. Illyas standing above us with Berserker behind her. Berserker's presence is overwhelming. Now that I can assess his servant's strength, I understand what a monster he really is. We can't do this. Even if Sarah was at full strength, Berserker is just too powerful. It wouldn't even be a battle. That monster can't be beat, not in a fight. If we are even going to beat Berserker, we have to figure out how to do it without fighting him. In other words, if we want to live, we need to stay as far away from Berserker.
こんばんは。あなたの方から来てくれて嬉しいわ、リン。
Illyas' voice is cheerful and bouncy. She is smiling, that same smile I saw the night we met, innocent but merciless. She won't settle to scratch us like bugs. And that is when I realized, we are not going to escape, period. No matter what I do, I can't stop Illyas. Even if I try to draw Illyas' attention, that won't let Tosaka and the others escape.
どうしたの？黙っていちゃつまらないわ。せっかく時間をあげてるんだから、遺言ぐらい残した方がいいと思うな。
She giggles. But we don't have time for these kinds of games. We need to run to the entrance the second we can find an opening. Even if we know we will never get an opening, all we can do is wait and hope.
じゃあ、一つ聞いてあげる。
Even in this situation, Tosaka takes a step closer towards
イリ
Illyas.
アスフィール、あんたが戻ってきた気配はなかったけど、もしかしてずっと隠れてたのかしら？そうよ。私はどこにも行っていないわ。私はね、ここからあなたたちの道化ぶりを眺めていただけ。そう。外に出て行ったのは偽物ってわけ。ええ、あなたたちが来ることは分かってたもの。私は主人なんだから、お客様のおもてなしをしないといけないでしょ。
Right, then the giant vanishes. I'm not sure if it jumped or just moved. The next thing I know, Berserker appears in the middle of the lobby, creating a whirlwind. This is the end for us. If we retreat towards the entrance, he will slice us in half with that axe sword, the moment we turn our backs to him. But we're dead if we stay here too. Our only other option is to challenge that walking mass of death, however futile it will be.
おしゃべりはおしまい。それじゃあ始めよっか、バーサーカー。
The pale girl raises her hands as if performing a ritual and looks down on us.
誓うわ。今日は一人も逃がさない。
Her declaration is equal parts murderous intent and delight. Berserker's eyes lit up. Before, Berserker had moved only as Ilya ordered, but now he is free to act and he identifies us as enemies. Something's making a grinding sound. Tosaka. Tosaka grits her teeth hard as if in regret.
あーちゃん、聞こえる？
Tosaka speaks quietly without yawning.
少しでいいわ。一人であいつの足止めをして。
She just ordered her servant to hide to his death. Archer doesn't answer.
バカな。正気ですかリン。アーチャー一人では
私たちはその隙に逃げる。アーチャーには私たちが逃げ切るまで時間を稼いでもらうわ。
Tosaka continues giving her orders, ignoring Saber. Her voice is cold, devoid of any emotions. Archer, who had been silent as if pondering something, his eyes fixed on Berserker, gives a slight nod.
賢明だ。リンたちが先に逃げてくれれば私も逃げられる。単独行動は騎兵の得意分野だからな。
He takes a step forward as if to protect Tosaka. Berserker doesn't move. Ilya's laughter echoes from above.
へえ、びっくり。そんな誰とも知らないサーバントで私のヘラクレスを止めるって言うんだ。なんだ、案外可愛いとこあるのね、リン。
Neither Tosaka nor Archer are in any position to object. They know better than anyone. Das ist ein geiles Bild. Archer steps forward. He's empty-handed as usual. Tosaka looks at Archer's back. There's nothing she can say to him. She must know her orders are absurd. They amounted to telling Archer to die so we could escape.
あーちゃん、私。
Tosaka is about to say something, but
ところでリン、一つ確認していいかな。
Archer interrupts her, speaking so nonchalantly that it seems out of place.
いいわ。何？
Tosaka turns toward Archer, her eyes downcast. Archer's gaze stays locked on Berserker.
時間を稼ぐのはいいが、別にあれを倒してしまっても構わんのだろ。
It sounds completely ridiculous.
あーちゃん、あんた。ええ、遠慮はいらないわ。
Oh.
ガツンと痛い目に合わせてやって、あーちゃん。
そうか。ならば期待に応えるとしよう。
Oh. Archer walks forward. Only 10 meters until he reaches Berserker. At this distance, it could close on Archer instantly.
バカにして。いいわ。やりなさい、バーサーカー。そんな生意気なやつ、バラバラにして構わないんだから。
Etwas emotional geworden gerade? Ilya's voice is hysterical. Tosaka turns her back, not paying attention.
行くわ。外に出れば、それで私たちの勝ちになる。
Tosaka grabs my hand, as well as Saber's, and runs. Saber doesn't object, she follows Tosaka. I start running towards the entrance, leaving Archer behind. But then from behind me, he calls out to me, his back still to me. I let go of Tosaka's hand and turn around. In the lobby, now, a good ways from me. I see Archer's back as he faces down Berserker.
いいか。お前は戦うものではなく、生み出すものに過ぎん。
Oh, you only create. Berserker draws near. Archer is still empty-handed and he doesn't take a single step while he watches his enemy closing
余
in.
分なことなど考えるな。お前にできることは一つだけだろう。ならば、その一つを極めてみろ。
Oh. Ich find's so genial. Archer raises one hand. I have no idea when he got it, but he's holding a short sword now.
忘れるな。イメージするものは常に最強の自分だ。外敵などいらぬ。お前にとって戦う相手とは自身のイメージに他ならない。
Imagine yourself as the strongest. I see him start to shift. Berserker's sword sends a rush of wind ahead of him. I turn and run, not staying to watch the clash. Tosaka and Saber are already at the entrance. I run and I don't look back. The sight of the man in red made it clear that I need to go. We hurry through the long hallway and through the gate. Hard as it is to believe we were really in a castle. And an old one at that, hidden deep in the forest. The whole place is surrounded by trees as far as one can see. I can't see any buildings or even the sky in the
こっ
distance.
ちよ。3時間もすれば国道に出られるからそれまで走って。
3 hours, honestly I'm not sure I will last that long. I'm not tired, but the pain gets worse with every step. If I could at least rest, when my fever might break, but we don't have time for that.
シロ、早く。
Tosaka sounds every bit as hurried. She had given Archer his orders. As composed as she looks, I can see the regret weighing on her. I know, they're going to catch up. Saber, let's hurry.
はい。急ぎましょう、シロ。
Oh. Saber's eyes are downcast, but she breaks into a run with us. We follow Tosaka as she slips between the trees. Saber's breath rattles loudly in her chest as she runs beside me. It's too dark for me to see clearly, but I can tell she's struggling. I can't ignore it any longer. Saber loses her balance. I sweep in from the side and take hold of her before she hits the ground. That's it, you can't go anymore, Saber.
何を言うのです、シロ。この程度の苦境、今まで何度も経験してきました。私はまだ十分に走れます。
What are you talking about? Experienced or not? You are still in pain now. Come on, you need to admit you're struggling. I pull her arm. Saber hardly weighs anything anyway. I gather her effortlessly into my arms.
何をするのです、シロ。
No questions. Just rest for a while. I will be the first to fall if I have to keep watching you struggle like that.
ブレーナ、話しなさい。この程度で私が倒れるとでも思っているのですか。
Saber struggles in my arms, but her resistance is weak. Her thin arms have no real strength in them as she pushes at my chest. It pains me to see that is how weak she has gotten. I never imagined Saber could be too weak to push away from someone picking her up.
何を考えているのですか、シロ。このようなこと、いくらマスターといえど許しません。
Saber struggles against me, her face bathed dread. I can't really blame her. This must be a terrible and embarrassing position for a knight to be in, but now isn't the time to worry about that. Lies, you're too weak to even push me away. This is an order from your master. If you won't listen, I will have to use the command spell.
卑怯な。こんなことでレイジを使うなど、そんな無意を容認できるはずがない。
Then keep quiet. If we don't hurry, Tosaka's going to leave us behind. Saber must have given up as she reluctantly falls silent. That's good enough for now. As long as she is not struggling, I can carry her and run at the same time. Thoughts burst across my vision. As I run, my blood pumps faster. I try to fight down the nausea burning in the back of my throat, gritting my teeth with every step. My breathing is erratic, but I do all that I can to hold the pain at bay. There's a reason for that.
シロ、下ろしてください。やはり私も走りますから。
The moment she sees me struggling, Saber looks up at me concerned. I can't stop now. Don't underestimate me. Carrying you is nothing. Compared to a broken stove, a girl is light as a feather.
ですが。
Just shut your mouth. It's been given and take. Just not in your vocabulary. You've saved me plenty, so it would be fair for me not to. So it wouldn't be fair for me not to do this. I need to pay you back for everything you've done, or else I can't have you protecting me tomorrow.
いえ、そんなことはないのですが、私の方こそこれでは釣り合いが取れなくなる。
Fine by me, just means I will only have to do something like this once. Besides, I'm starting to get motivated now. I take a deep breath and pick up the pace. Tosaka knows very well that I have Saber in my arms, but she keeps taking us through narrower and narrower paths. It's a good thing Saber's so light, but throwing Tosaka is a trial all on its own. If you keep talking, you might bite your tongue, so I would appreciate it if you stop.
はい。それではマスターの指示に従います。
Saber relaxes in my arms. She was tense earlier, which made carrying her harder. Now it is a bit easier. The problem now is whether Saber and I will make it to our destination. Ich würde sagen, an dem Punkt beende ich jetzt diese Folge. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao!